Pop-Tart gun bill. Josh Welch school suspension leads Maryland's legislature to introduce the Reasonable School Discipline Act of 2013. About a week ago, a 7-year-old, Josh Welch, was suspended from his Maryland school for 2 days after biting a Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun. He says it was already a rectangle, and I just kept biting it, and I tore off the top, and it kind of looked like a gun, but it wasn't. He was really trying to create a mountain. But because he created a gun at Park Elementary School, they doled out a harsh penalty, a 2-day suspension. Now, this got his parents pretty aroused, as one could imagine. So his parents contacted their state legislatures. J.B. Jennings, the senator, a Republican representing Baltimore and Hartford County, and they introduced a piece of legislation on Thursday. This bill would basically say, this bill would, absent a direct act of violence on school grounds, prohibit students from being suspended for making a hand shape or a gesture resembling a gun. The bill would also stop principals from expelling students who bring to school any other object that resembles a gun but serves another purpose, i.e. a shoehorn or a hanger or a hockey stick, or I can go on with this one. You see where I'm going with it. Now, to be perfectly honest, first of all, I don't understand why the Maryland State Legislature is wasting their time on this piece of legislation. But I understand where these Republicans are coming from, in the matter that you suspend a 7-year-old for biting a Pop-Tart in the shape of a gun. I understand we're at a heightened sense of, security because of what happened in Newtown and Aurora and Tucson, and I can go on and on and on and on and on. But with that being said, suspending a 7-year-old for 2 days for biting a Pop-Tart to the shape of a gun is not, I don't know. I just don't think that's reasonable, America. I honestly believe. Now, it'd be one thing if he brought a toy gun to school. Let's talk to the parents. Let's see what's going on. Maybe a suspension is warranted. But really, biting a pop, this is just senseless. But I think it brings us to a broader point. A broader point is the reason why schools are overreacting like this is because gun violence has become so common that the school wants to do everything to make sure Newtown doesn't happen again. Why we need more gun control laws in this country, why we need universal background checks, why we need to ban assault rifles, why we need to make sure that children don't have access to guns, whether it's at home or at play or in their neighborhood. But I understand the premise of the law. I understand why the law was created. I get that. I support that, but we shouldn't be having this conversation in America. We really shouldn't. Not in 2013. We need more gun control so we don't have to have these type of conversations. These type of conversations and these type of laws proves to me, at least, and it should prove to you at home, as to how powerful the NRA has become. State legislatures are trying to make sure kids don't get suspended for having Pop-Tarts that are shaped as guns instead of taking up, and they've already, and don't get me wrong, the Maryland state legislature has taken up gun control. But you understand where I'm going with this. This is a waste of time for the state legislature. They should be dealing with gun control, but because of this heightened level of security that we have, for good reason, because of what happened in Newtown, we're now faced with this. It's sort of sad. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube page.